This is Vic.
Hello, my name's Russel Lolacher for This is Vic. Some people really like the friggin' hashtag thing since the Jimmy Fallon thing. I'm doing a show on cocktail culture out here in Victoria, BC. We're talking about all things great about Victoria. Got Shawn here from Little Jumbo. Why we're talking about stuff is Art of the Cocktails this weekend, which is a pretty big deal in Victoria.
Funnily enough, we still have people who don't know what it's about.
And that's why I'm kind of doing this video. It's kind of sort of the hidden gems of Victoria stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised at what people don't know that's happening in Victoria.
Yeah, for sure.
There's whale watching. Yeah, I get that. There's Bouchard Gardens.
Yeah.
Totally. Those are fantastic things, but there's some amazing stuff here. And I want to talk about the cocktail culture of Victoria. We're kind of pushing, even fighting Vancouver sort of for relevance. We're a small little town. Why is cocktail?
I think it's because we're a family, to be really honest with you.
Okay.
Like, there's no cliques, there's no Veneto versus Clives versus Little Jumbo or anything like that. Like, we all share. Like, Jace came in the other day and he's took over my position at Clives, and he's like, "Oh, do you still have that big carboy to smoke things in?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, just come down and I'll throw you one."
Communal.
And I throw him stuff, and if you know, I get text messages from like a couple of bartenders like, "Oh, I need a code for like a SKU for this product so I can order it." And I think it's because we're a family and we all help each other out. There's no real competition, even though some people think like Simon and me, or like the older dogs, like Solomon and myself, have this sort of rivalry. At the end of the day, we're all mates. Like, there's always times when I'll go to Veneto and someone's like, "Oh, you got to try this, I just got this in," or they come here, or like Solomon brings a bottle that he's just come back from traveling. And I think that's why it's so vibrant. We've got all these young kids who are like thirsty for knowledge.
Yep.
And then you've got the older guys who are willing just to like lay it out, like, and just go, "Yeah, what do you want?" And just tell me when to stop with the information. And I think that's why it's so vibrant.
So why did you decide Victoria was the place? I mean, to come here because it's beautiful is one thing, but to come here to know this is a place where you can have a viable business or career in cocktail creation and make that. Why is Victoria? Why did that work for you?
It didn't really work. People told me I was crazy.
Okay. But obviously it's doing all right.
It's doing all right. When I first took over Clives, people told me I'm crazy. It was just after Solomon's shut down that I took over, and people were like, "Oh, well, Solomon gave it a good try."
Sure.
But it was the cocktails. The cocktails were the floor, and like no one gets cocktails in Victoria.
Sure.
When I took over Clives, it was like, "You're nuts. What are you doing?"
Right.
I think that if you do it right and educate people, you can build your own culture. And I always said that like Victoria's always like a diamond that needs to be polished. In any facet of any industry, I think there's always some, like, you look at that tech industry. Yeah. Like, who would have thought 5 years ago that tech would have been so big?
Huge.
Like, 5 years. Like, if you invested in tech 5 years ago in Victoria, you'd be a very rich person right now.
Fair enough.
But people didn't think of it.
Yeah.
But a group of people were like, "You know what? We can make this viable," and they pushed for it. And they didn't say no. They didn't take their failures. They looked at every single goal and they achieved it. And then slowly but surely, people got on board with it. So you can either take your failures and move to Vancouver, or you just keep pushing through it.
Fair enough. So with Art of the Cocktail, why is it? What is it about being in Victoria that, like, what is Victoria doing that other places aren't?
I think it comes back to that family mentality. We get big names. Like this year, we've got David Wondrich coming, which is a big deal for us. I finally got him here after 5 years.
Right.
Philip Duff is back, and he comes here every year. He's been coming here for like 3 or 4 years now. Jeffrey Morgenthau from Clyde Common and Portland's back. Like, all these guys love coming to Victoria. They love the scene. They love, like, they think the same thing as what you said. It's like they're blown away that it's a city of 350,000 people, but it's just so friendly and nice, and everybody works, and everybody has great cocktails, and people are moving forward, and they love coming back because of the city. And AOTC is a good crucible for it. Every year we do more seminars, we do better stuff. The grand tasting, and I think that's the real key, is that a lot of times in big cities it's like these bars open up, but it's not about educating the clientele, it's just about showcasing what they do. And Art of the Cocktail sort of helps people when they go to the grand tasting try these new cocktails. And it's not because it's marketable or kitschy or pretentious or douchey or anything like that, it's because they actually get to try these cocktails and go, "Oh, that's not that bad after all." Like, I've had girls come into Clive's when we first started doing cocktails and start with like Juice Forward, maybe Aviation, the Clover Clubs. And by the time I left, they were drinking Old Fashioned and Sazeracs, and they were on brown spirits. And that's the sort of evolution you want to see. And I think Victoria's we've got real foodies here. Like we got, I just feel big cities have foodies that like, oh, I write a blog or I Yelp review.
Right,
They
right.
call themselves foodies because they go to restaurants. In Victoria, we have foodies who like roast
actually
their own
eat
coffee,
food.
like roast their own coffee and make their own charcuterie. And, oh, I just tried making cheese this weekend.
Right.
And have an apple tree in the back and make cider from scratch. And I think that's the real appreciation of it, is that we have like, and we do it because it's not marketable or kitchen. We do it because it's the right way to do things.
Sure.
It's not about like, oh, I got my pork from Sloping Hills,
Right.
and look at how great I am. No, that's what you should be doing. That's what everybody should be doing. You should be getting local produce, local meat, that sort of thing.
But Victoria's doing it.
Exactly.
But Victoria's doing it. On that note, thank you very much for doing this. I just wanted to sort of, you're definitely sort of leading the the cocktail culture in Victoria, and I just want to sort of tap into that. And thanks. And my name's Russel Lolacher. Thanks again for Shawn for joining us.
Thank you very much.
And this is Vic. And I know every time, eh? And this is Vic. And yeah, let us know what you think. And what's your favorite freaking cocktail and restaurant and lounge in Victoria? Share that too. Thanks a lot.
That's right.